As Ghanaian farmers celebrate the 39th National Farmers' Day in Tarkwa Western Region, they have appealed to the government for improved feeder roads and accessible, affordable farming implements. Speaking to Citi News in Tarkwa ahead of the celebration attended by the Vice President, farmers expressed the need for robust support to enhance their contributions to national food security. Citi News' Western Regional Correspondent Akwasi Ajayanim brings us more details from Tarkwa.
This year's National Farmers' Day celebration themed Delivering Smart Solutions for Sustainable Food Security and Resilience departed from the previous National Debates, with festivities delayed until the evening. Before the main event, farmers, including Samuel Tete from Jura, crowned the regional best farmer, highlighted the crucial need for well-maintained feeder roads and affordable farm implements.
Challenges number one. Number two, and look around, my yes, now I had it. A mind of you say, the quick woman, when you are a big book of coolness, and why it's a cocoa board we are buying. I can't some from what I for no more still am I. But I know nothing you could say, you have the challenges you will bring. It sounds like much more money in our house, and may I say, you the big woman, and see up I not almost my and much challenges about so.
Western Regional Minister Kwabena Ochodako Mensah commended farmers for their pivotal role in sustaining the country. He noted that the government supports, particularly through the Planting for Food and Jobs initiative, has significantly boosted maize production in the Western region.
During the implementation of PMJ Phase 1, which commenced in 2017, we have been able to increase productivity, guarantee food security, and produce raw materials for sustained industrialization and promote exports while generating job opportunities, especially for the team youth. In the Western region, within that same period, maize production was increased from 46.64 metric tons to 135.8 metric tons in 2021. Rice production also increased from 22,000 metric tons to 481,000 metric tons. Cassava production increased from 687,000 metric tons to 1.5 million metric tons.
Let's stay with this year's Farmers' Day celebration because Greater Accra Regional Minister Henry Korte has charged farmers to desist from the overutilization of fertilizer and chemicals to speed up the maturity of farm produce and development of animals. He says this is contributing to shortened life expectancy amongst the populace. He made the comments at the 39th National Farmers' Day celebration in the Greater Accra region. The following report has more details.
This year's regional edition of the National Farmers' Day celebration, Greater Accra Regional Minister Henry Korte emphasized the need for farmers to harness technology in addressing challenges posed by climate change while noting the government's efforts in supporting farmers.
Work fertilizer will not fail, no hear my name. Ni beku shenika okwena hi, wadenchi woni by you are we. When I got the alibo. Oh no, blind go blind baby. Me I'm a kidney everything. I'm a liver everything. And you can want you fast food. In lebe ni fast food but you ni your man name. And you can know here about fan ayo banku. Otin ni akagbelima papa ko ewo mi.
Evans Dra, awarded the overall best farmer in the Greater Accra region, shared his joy with Citi News.
ma peba babawu monema nyama hu kanoko ka over 200 acres ne manyene ya national ecology ye hemi mamino.
Meanwhile, George Cyril Bray, the municipal chief executive for Ablekuma West, affirmed his office's dedicated efforts to ensure the success of the government's Planting for Food and Jobs program in the area.
Enhancing the role of agriculture as an engine of inclusive growth, leading to employment, wealth creation, and a diversified local economy. The Agri Department trained school feeding caterers on soya bean utilization. This was done to equip the women with other skills, alternative source of income, upgrading of knowledge on nutrient-based diet foods, and to improve their source of livelihood.
Now, as the Zabzugu district in the northern region celebrates Farmers' Day, the district chief executive has appealed to the Minister of Agriculture for a warehouse, highlighting the critical need for storage to safeguard farm produce. Citi News' northern regional correspondent Mohammed Aminu Alabira brings us more in this report.
According to reports, farm gate prices for maize, rice and soya bean have experienced a decrease for the 2023 crop season compared to the previous year when prices were notably high. Maize is currently selling between 320 Ghana cedis and 350 Ghana cedis, as against last year's price of 450 cedis and 500 cedis. Rice is also selling for 350 cedis at farm gate, as against the 400 cedis for last year in parts of northern region.
In Zabzugu district, 15 farmers were recognized for their outstanding contributions. Bridget Power, the district agri director, extended gratitude to the diligent farmers for their hard work.
This is our day. Therefore, let us enjoy the happiness this movement brings. Let this movement inspire us to adapt climate smart and resilient technologies in farming and contribute our quota in food and nutrition security and building a strong economy. There is excitement in the air, and it's all about our gallant farmers. The entire Zabzugu, the good people of Zabzugu, is saluting all the hard-working farmers. We are all proud of you.
A 50-year-old man emerged as Zabzugu district's best farmer, receiving a tricycle, certificate, agrochemicals, cutlass, and Wellington boots. The runners-up were awarded bicycles and certificates. The best farmer encouraged the youth to embrace farming, expressing happiness at receiving the prestigious award.
Yala inseldo so nja distra assembly yab kokorge beneltwen ke ja agrik yab ge beneltwen to an gamanyi ge lankan ya ni chaka do mona atala kanu so pire mpoble pire ba ma ka ombro ya nja ko onertwen mbar biugo.
Now let's stay with agriculture, because as the rainy season comes to a close, farmers have begun harvesting crops from their fields for onward sale to retailers in the various markets. This means agricultural produce ranging from rice, maize, millet, soybean, groundnuts, among others, will be available for sale across various farm gates and markets in the country. Our Northern Regional correspondent, Shawana Yusuf, visited some farms in the Northern region to gather information on the farm gate prices of various crops. In her report, she details the activity of crop farmers as they harvest and process their produce for sale in local markets.
According to reports, farm gate prices for maize, rice and soya bean have experienced a decrease for the 2023 crop season compared to the previous year when prices were notably high. Maize is currently selling between 320 Ghana cedis and 350 Ghana cedis, as against last year's price of 450 cedis and 500 cedis. Rice is also selling for 350 cedis at Farm Gate as against the 400 cedis for last year in parts of northern region. Soya bean is selling at 450 cedis on average for 2023 as against last year's price of 600 cedis. Groundnut, on the other hand, has experienced an increase in Farm Gate price, selling at 400 cedis as against last year's price of 250 cedis. Alhaji Mashood Mohammed, the 2021 National Best Farmer, made this known to Citi News in an interview.
Last year around this time, maize, we were selling maize around 450 to 500 Ghana cedis at Farm Gate. But this year it's about 320 to 350, so there's a reduction. Rice is going for 350 at Farm Gate this year, which looks relatively stable. As last year around this period, we're selling around 350 to 400. So at Farm Gate. And peanut there has been increase in peanut prices. That's groundnut. Groundnut prices this year as compared to last year. Last year around this period we're selling around 250 Ghana cedis, and this year we're selling around 400 Ghana cedis. So there has been an increase. Soybean around this period last year it was going for almost 600 Ghana cedis, but this year it's around 420 to 450 Ghana cedis. So there is drastic decrease of prices at the Farm Gate this year.
Alhaji Mashood Mohammed, who also doubles as the managing director of Kujo Abimash Farms, further discussed the significant increase in groundnut prices, attributing it to the crop's high demand in recent months. He has meanwhile described this year's farming season as a successful one, with enough rainfall to cater for their crops.
The rains came very early and then lasted for long. Even about 4 or 5 days back, we had rains around this enclave. November 24th, 25th, we had rains here. And I mean, it has been very fantastic. It will help us so much because, in this farm we are doing conservation agriculture. When I talk of conservation agriculture, that's about no-till agriculture. We do minimum tillage, and then because of those rains, you can see that the field is still green. So we are hoping that, it will be green for long, and then we won't have any bushfires around this place for a very long time, which will be very happy.
Kujo Abimash Farms, which currently employs over 1,000 farmers, predominantly women, operate on more than 4,000 acres land spread across northern region. Some of these farmers shared their experiences with Citi News during the team's visit to the farm in the Myong district. The rains came and farmers got to work. It is now time to harvest the produce. Citi TV went to the field to find out what farm gate prices are and as to whether the prices have actually reduced. Here at Kujo Abimash Farms, it is indicated that prices at Farm Gate is actually reduced drastically compared to what it was in the past years. So what it means is that Ghanaians should be expecting some reduction in the market on some prices of produce, be it rice, maize, and some other produce, except for groundnut, which they said the prices have increased astronomically. Reporting for Citi News, I am Shawana Yusuf.